This is what Made in Canada looks like. Custom golf clubs designed, assembled, tested in this Burnaby warehouse. Owner Joshua Haywood sources as much Canadian material as he can.
It's about as Canadian as a golf company can possibly get, given the restrictions that we have from the manufacturing side.
In the past couple of weeks, business is up, way up.
Canadian sales have just gone through the roof, to our surprise, and I have no doubt that the reason for that is just because of all the issues that we're facing with Trump and the potential for the tariffs. Where are you from? We're based in Canada.
His inbox is filling up with inquiries, trying to find a Canadian brand. I will not buy American. I'm thinking of selling my irons, almost new, and purchasing Haywood irons solely because they are Canadian-made. Haywood sells to the U.S. American tariffs would hurt, so new Canadian business is important.
It's kind of a savior. If our Canadian sales continue to increase at the rate that they are, it'll most likely be able to help offset a significant portion of our U.S. sales.
In a recent online survey commissioned by fuel company Petro-Canada, 94% of people responding said it was important to support Canadian businesses. 76% said they were willing to pay more to buy Canadian, and 34% said they had substituted a product they would normally buy with the Canadian option. People who study consumer behavior say the push to buy Canadian is an unprecedented response to unprecedented threats.
I'm only going to buy Canadian.
It's kind of emotional, isn't it?
Oh my God, yes. We spend all day talking about this, unfortunately.
It makes sense to stay local, buy Canadian, and support local businesses.
I don't think I'll be visiting the States really this year, and we'll see how the next couple of years pan out.
I did see an article that laid everything out for you. You can buy this instead of Nikes or Adidas and stuff like that, so it's good to know for sure.
Business professor David Soberman says it's too early to have complete data on just how many Canadians are changing their habits, but something big is happening.
I've never seen anything like this in my life before, and I think because our existence as a country has never been sort of threatened explicitly by somebody who has a lot of power.
The reality is, no matter how much Canadians change their behavior, our spending power alone can't offset the massive losses that could come with Trump's proposed tariffs. And then there's the big question, can we keep this up?
And when we look at how consumers shop, there are factors that influence their shopping behavior.
Melise Panetta teaches consumer behavior and marketing at Wilfrid Laurier University. She says there are psychological and social reasons why people want to buy Canadian, but there's one big factor that could get in the way. A lot of us are broke.
For Canadians today, we're looking at unprecedented financial challenges with the living crisis. Canadians are struggling. And at that moment of decision making, they're going to have to weigh the importance of their behaviors in supporting Canadian products with the realities that they're dealing with in their financial situation.
So you're still happy with this?
Yeah. Hard times can leave an impression, though. Just ask Julie Brown, owner of Province of Canada Clothing in Toronto.
I'm from a small town in Quebec that was actually a big manufacturing town growing up, and when I was in high school, a lot of those businesses moved to the US and overseas, and it kind of destroyed our town.
Watching those companies pack up and leave, watching family members lose their jobs, planted a seed in Brown.
Any typos in that?
She wanted to make things and employ people at home. And that's just what Province of Canada does.
Obviously, you can't grow cotton in Canada, but we do knit 50 to 75% of our fabrics right here in Canada. So the fabric, a lot of the fabric is made here, and then we cut and sew everything here.
Let's order them.
Now, all of a sudden, business is booming as people seek out alternatives to American brands.
In February, we've doubled our sales. So it's been huge. Canadians are definitely putting their money where their mouths are.
A sweatshirt here will run you $128. A toque on sale for $25. Not everyone's budget, for sure.
We understand that not everyone can shop with us. We get that. But for those who can, they've started to make the choice, to shop Canadian and be conscious of how they're spending their money.
There is so much we don't know about what's next. If tariffs hit hard, how many of us will be able to afford new clothes? Or golf clubs, for that matter. But while we can shop, it seems Canadians are using that purchasing power to drive a message south. Lyndsay Duncombe, CBC News, Vancouver.